I see somebody already in the chat. Hello. See if I can adjust my light a little bit. I'm trying to get it to where I'm in the light, but the light's not on my eyes. Good evening. To anybody watching this on the replay, thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. I am Javada. This is all about my life, Life with Javada. We have 2 people in the chat already. Hi, Moss. How are you today? I know you're probably busy. I have all kinds of fun we can get up to over here. My day was really, really good. How are you? Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Let us know where you're watching from. I have so much stuff we can do tonight. We can do any of it, or we can do all of it. I have favorites questions, kind of continuing our chats that we have done where we get to know each other a little bit better. I have a bag of new squishies. Jackson and I found a new store here in town. I think they've only been open for 2 months now, but they had a whole row of squishies. So we got some new squishies. Wichita, Kansas, nice. Hi, Jennifer, introvert in Alaska. You only have a few minutes, but you came to say hi. Well, I'm so glad you stopped by. How was your day? Moss, today I actually took Jackson to hang out with my mom, and I went shopping a little bit, trying to find, you know, a couple of new outfits to wear on vacation. And you know where I went? I went to the secondhand store. I didn't find anything. I found a couple of t-shirts for home, but I did not find anything for the trip. But that's okay. I don't necessarily need new clothes, but I would like to have a couple of new things. I have a puzzle we can sort and work if anybody wants to. I have a new magazine that just came in the mail. We can thumb through this and check out the gorgeous furniture, cozy cottage vibes that we love. We can look at this together if anybody wants to. And while I was dusting my shelves earlier and taking some of my journaling things out of the house, I found this book that Jackson was featured in a few years ago. I was trying to figure out what year this was from. Does anybody watch Chris Bonello? He has a website and I think he has a YouTube channel, but for sure he has a website called Autistic Not Weird. Jennifer says her husband and I are running errands for your daughter right now. A couple of new things is always nice. It is. I actually ordered myself a couple of dresses. I do not wear dresses ever, ever. I've probably worn a dress 2 times in the last 30 years. I do have a dress on. I'm actually wearing it. Do you want to see it? I'm nervous, but I just want it to wear on the beach. I want it to be cool and flowy. I actually ordered 2 or 3, and I'm going to choose the one I like best or the one that fits best and send the rest back. My mom really likes this one on me. I sent a video of it to a couple of friends, and they really liked it, so I think I'm going to keep this one. Well, I am going to keep this one. I'm obviously wearing it. But I'm so self-conscious, but I don't want to wear it around town. I just want to wear it to the beach. You know, to have a couple of pictures if we take pictures, or just to have the cool air. It's going to be so hot in Florida. Okay, are y'all ready? I'm so self-conscious. I don't like my body. Y'all know that. It has the beach vibes though, right? Ta-da-da! I could do like a hula dance. And it has pockets. Okay. I like the dress. I like it a lot. Jackson said he likes it, but the pockets are weird. But I told him girls love their pockets. The only thing I don't like about it, and it's just me, it still shows all of my rolls for sure. But there's I wish it disguised them more, but there's no hiding these. There's no hiding these lovey rolls. Thank you. I just feel so weird in a dress. I still have to find some sandals that I can wear on the beach. Even if I can only wear them long enough to walk down to the beach and then take them off. I don't know. I'm between the arthritis, the Ehlers-Danlos, all of the things. You know me, I just live in my Brooks tennis shoes. I wear them 365 days a year. But I need something that'll just get me to the beach and back. Thank you, Jennifer. I hope your daughter's doing well. I saw that she had surgery, and did she come to stay with you? Thank you, Moss. I like it because it's kind of just like a big t-shirt, right? But it still looks a little bit beachy. I can't even remember what the other ones. I think I ordered 2 more. I ordered one. Is it called Shein or Sheen? Shein? I've never ordered anything from them before. I did order a dress from them. I don't know if it'll even be here in time, but maybe. But I would wear this. If I took Jackson to the splash pad, I would wear it. If we went to the pool, I might wear it with my bathing suit under it, but I don't know, because you know my bathing suit looks like a t-shirt and shorts. I think it would show up here. Thank you, Moss. I am going to wear it. I'm going to wear it to the beach. Hopefully, sorry. Hopefully we will get to hang out at the beach for 2 days and 2 evenings. So we're going to be down there. Maybe not long hours, but we can go often. I think I tell you guys this in a couple of videos coming up, but I was able to get us a little, it's like an apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment, and we're less than a 1-minute walk from the beach. Like we're right on the beach, so we can get up and go early before it's super hot. Jennifer says she introvert in Alaska. I try to say the right name so people know who I'm talking about. She's having an allergic reaction to the iodine. Ooh, I'm allergic to iodine. That is why you're out running errands. She needs to get on a steroid. Ugh. I don't do well with steroids either. I hope she can handle that well. Jennifer, we are kind of taking a vacation. Jackson's neurologist that he has seen since he was 3 years old actually moved to Florida. And when she left Texas last year, she told us that out of her whole caseload here, she has been here for years, Jackson and one other child, she was just really, really not happy leaving in the care of her colleagues. She did not think they would understand their complex needs. And she was trying to see if we would want to maybe travel to Fort Worth or something like that to see a different neurologist that she could find. And I asked her then, if we come to Florida once a year, could we see you via Zoom the rest of the year? She was ecstatic. She kind of acted like she hadn't even thought about that or considered it. And she said, yes, yes, yes. She is keeping her Texas license. She is staying in network because she's not sure if she'll come back here or not. Yes, Moss, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Once you wear a dress and go out, you feel good. You should. You see, if I can do it, you can do it, Moss. You can do it. But we're going to make it into a vacation too. Every year for Jackson's birthday, we give him the option of having a party or going on a vacation, and he does not like birthday parties at all. He doesn't like anything about them, so he always chooses to go on a vacation. So this year we're kind of making the trip to the neurologist into a vacation. Yes, he's so excited. He has wanted to go to the Everglades for so long. We are about to start a whole unit study on the Everglades before we actually go there. I may make a video or a short on that because I know we have a lot of homeschool families that follow us too. But I've put together like a 1-week full Everglades study. So we'll put our regular homeschool on hold and do that. He can't wait to see an alligator. I don't know. It's just going to be a really good time. He's very excited. We've been working with our guides that I made to make sure that he knows what to expect. It's been a whole year since we were in an airport, and he's only been once on a flight when we went to Boston last year. So we've been working on, you know, all the guides that I printed out, what to do if he gets lost, what to do, what to expect in different situations at the doctor, at the airport, what to do if he needs help, because you know, when you have a kid that has selective mutism, he won't ask for help. And when you have a kid with autism that doesn't often recognize their needs, or they go into fight or flight and they can't think about anything else, it never dawns on him to ask for help, ever. And we've worked on this for almost 12 years now, and it still doesn't dawn on him to ask for help. So we're reviewing and reviewing and reviewing what to do if you get lost, what to do if you need help, all of those things. Let's see. We're getting way out of our comfort zone. Changing the doctor you trust isn't hard, and it's going to be a good vacation. It is. It really is. I hope we can see her. We did not want to go in August. We wanted to go in about October or November when it's a lot cooler there. Well, it's never a lot cooler in Florida. You know, down in Miami, it's never real cool there. But we were hoping to go in the fall. But when I called, you know, Jackie's only off 2 weeks out of every month that we could fly down there. She was out of the office in October, so I tried for November and she was on vacation. We tried for September and she had something. So August was the only month she had open that we could go. And if we don't go by September, Jackson's out of medication. And the medication he's on, you can't just not go. You can't just not take it. So... You loved the interview I did with Jackson. He is a wonderful kid. He really, really is. He is so sweet, so empathic, so kind, and so caring. And I was so impressed at his answers. He's not great at answering questions at all, especially in explaining his answer, you know, but he had watched my husband's video, and I think that really gave him some ideas, and he kind of had an idea somewhat of what I was going to ask him. So he did wonderful. I think maybe we'll do another one with different questions by his birthday if he wants to, and maybe we'll do one like a holiday one when the holidays come around. I like to do that with him because, you know, it's something different that he doesn't often sit and chat like that. So, what have you guys been up to? This is the community chat. It's not all about me. Jennifer, I hope you can get your daughter what she needs to help her feel better. We figured out I was allergic to iodine after my first C-section. I had a horrible reaction to it. They had to give me like a huge dose of Benadryl and something else. So right after my son was born, I was like asleep because they had to give me all this medicine. I was like, no. When I had Jackson, I made sure they didn't use iodine because I didn't want to be asleep. You know, you want to be awake and see your baby. Does anybody follow Chris Bonello? Have you ever seen one of these books? I think he puts one together every year. And you know what, though? I have not seen one in a while. You know, sometimes your Facebook stops showing you things in the algorithm. Sometimes your YouTube stops showing you things. I need to go and check. This is from 2023. So this is quite outdated now. But what he does is he puts together a book every year, and I know this is backwards for you guys on a live, of all different children who are autistic, and he asks them what they like about life. Well, we ask them and we submit it via email and all of that. So Jackson is in this book, and he is on page 40. And the reason I'm asking and showing, I'm wondering if any of our other friends are in this book, and we don't know it. This is Jackson in, what year did I say? He was 8. There's his picture. Isn't he so cute? Let me try to get it in the light, but close enough that you can see it. Isn't that cute? It says, actually this picture was taken in town by a professional photographer here. She was putting together a company and a group, and she asked Jackson and a couple of other autistic kids or kids with disabilities in the community to actually model for her. And she took this picture, and it was funny because the pictures came out amazing, but he was so nervous and so distressed when she took this. Not so distressed that we needed to leave. I don't want to make it sound like I forced him to do this. I did not at all. He had his little stuffies with him, and he had his clothes on that he wanted to wear, and he was excited for it, but he did not know this lady or this photographer, and he was very, very nervous. But they started asking him Pokemon jokes and started just chit-chat with him back and forth, started talking to him about his dog, and he calmed down just enough that it's funny because you would think he stood there and took great pictures, but he calmed down just enough to give them a little smirk, and she snapped several pictures, and they came out so cute. Super cute. Oh, I'm getting behind. Sorry, guys. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much. Is there anything Jackson might struggle with when we travel? Yes. And myself, yes. Hi, Melanie. Thank you, Jennifer. He was proud of himself about the interview. He really liked it. Bye, Jennifer. I'm sorry I got behind on the chat. Hi, Trayvon. So Jackson's answer was, what I love most about life is my dog, my cat, and my family. I also really enjoy Pokemon and going camping in nature. That was his answer. It says Jackson, age 8, from Texas. Autism, ADHD, anxiety, and then we gave photo credit to the lady that took his picture. Is anybody else in here? Anybody else that watches our channel? Do you have a child in here? Or are you in here? Or do you follow Steve Bonatello? He's a pretty cool guy. Where are you joining from, Trayvon? Melanie says she's at work. What are you doing today, Melanie? Just taking care of your patients? You work in like an assisted living or something, right? You've never heard of Steve Bonatello. He's actually from, I don't remember. He's from somewhere in the UK, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how I figured out to ask Jackson if he wanted to do this or submit him to see if he would be accepted. I think probably from his Facebook page. This was long before the days of me being on YouTube much. Moss, we'll talk a little bit about the struggles of traveling in a few minutes. I thought we would do some other stuff first, and then we'll do a little bit more of the chit chat later. Does anybody want to do some of the favorites? We do like to be interactive here. We'll start with one, and while everyone answers, I'll show you the new sensory squishy fidgets we bought today. Oh, you're home now and in bed. Oh, nice. Is it late there, or are you just chillaxing from being tired after work? Our first question is your favorite color. Have a good evening and good night. Bye, Jennifer. Thanks for joining. Hi, Julie. I'm doing great. How are you doing? $6:17. Okay, so you're just an hour past us. Isn't it crazy that you can be so far away and our time is still so close together? Julie's favorite color is purple. Mine is too, but for years and years it was blue, and now all of a sudden it's purple. But not lavender. I do not like lavender. I like deep purple. Just like blue, I like deep blue. While everyone answers that, I will show you guys. Jackson and I was scrolling TikTok last night, which I don't get on TikTok very often, but I was bored out of my mind, and I should have been in bed asleep, but I wasn't. Scrolling TikTok, and I saw, it keeps showing me different places to go in Amarillo, which I love. It keeps showing me restaurants we've never heard of, places we've never been. It showed a new place in town that had a full aisle of sensory and squishy stuff. And so you know where we had to go today. I actually am going to create a short. I took a few short videos of going in there. They had the most sensory stuff in there that I've seen in a long time, a big long row of it. So Jackson and I both picked a few things. Okay, Julie. We'll wait on you for a second. I won't do the reveal. I don't know if you care about squishies or not, but they're fun. I'll show them. Let's wait until Julie gets back in just a second. You get up at 4:30 on work days? Wow. I'm sorry. I used to get up early. For 11 and a half years of Jackson's life, we were up by 3 or 4, 5 in the morning at the latest. And all of a sudden, I think he's hitting that preteen, you know, his sleep cycle's changing a little bit. All of a sudden, he's sleeping until 7 o'clock, and it's crazy. Most of the time, I'm still awake by 6, but I stay in bed. I don't get up. I mean, I haven't had that luxury in a long time. Okay, Jess Braley, welcome here. Tell us where you're watching from. And we were saying our favorite color. The next question is your favorite season. Mine is fall. I think everybody knows that knows me. The puzzle I'm going to work is fall themed. I'm so ready for fall. What is everybody else's favorite season? I came prepared with ice water today. I've been trying to drink extra. My eyes are so dry, they're blurry. My mouth is dry, my nose is dry. Purple, ooh, we have 3 people on Team Purple. Fall. Moss, what's your favorite season? I think you told me one time it was spring, but I could be wrong. See, it's good that we repeat questions even in different ways. Even when we did the this or the 2 truths and a lie, because we still forget about each other. We have to work at knowing each other. Favorite season. Melanie, what do you like most about fall? I like the colors and the cool air. You're in Texas right now. I am too. Yeehaw! You like pink and you like summer. Nice. Every time I think of pink, I think of Japanese cherry blossoms. They're like the most beautiful pink thing I can think of. Uh-oh, somebody's having a message held for review. Okay. You love summer, but when it's cooler. How hot does it get there? Your season is summer. Oh, Moss is cleaning. Woo! That's some good inspiration there, Moss. I'm going to get you up early more often. You told me that you need to clean and you don't like to, so I'm going to start getting you up so you'll clean while you watch. Just kidding. If you need sleep, you need sleep. Our next question is favorite holiday. This is a hard one for me because I like several holidays. 40 plus degrees, and I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. What is my favorite thing to do in Texas? Well, one of my favorite things to do is thrifting, and I do that anywhere. We went to Oklahoma City last year, and I still went to the Goodwill outlet there because we don't have one here. I could go thrifting anywhere. Okay, Julie's back. We are on favorite holiday. We did favorite season, and now we're on favorite holiday. I like September too. It's like the perfect weather. We get a very short spring and fall here. We have months of summer. My electric bill was $303 this month because of the air conditioner. We have had 2 weeks. I think every day's been like 107, 108. It's awful. The air conditioner like runs constantly. It feels great in here. It just doesn't have a chance to cut off. Even at night, it doesn't get below like 89. And then we go straight into really freezing cold wind here where I live. I'm at the very top of Texas, so we have different weather than people mid-Texas and down south. Oh, you got married in September. That's awesome. Jackson's birthday is in September. Okay, back to the squishy store. I'll show you what Jackson got first. He got 2 things. It's funny because just last night, you see our phones listen to us. I say this all the time. Ava called us last night, which is my oldest granddaughter, who is my oldest granddaughter. Oh, Sandy, in your birthday month in December. Oh, mid-Texas. It's so hot here, too. Ooh, Julie's favorite is Halloween. I have another friend whose favorite is Halloween. She got married on Halloween. So Ava called last night, and she was showing us her squishy collection. So lo and behold, when I get on TikTok last night, it shows me a store in town here with all these squishies, right? The two Jackson picked are two that Ava had that he wanted. One of them is the butter, the squishy butter, and I love the texture of this. This one's Jackson's. I love the texture. You can squeeze this thing. You can like put some muscle into it. You can squeeze this thing really hard and it will very slowly and so satisfyingly poof itself back up. You can be whoever you want to be on Halloween. That is true, Julie, but you know what? As a 52-year-old woman, I think you should be whoever you want to be every single day of the year. This smells really good too. I can't describe it. It almost smells like theater butter popcorn. Not popcorn, it just smells like the butter part. Anyway, Jackson got the butter. You have one of these, Braylee? They had a big one. They had a big butter. It was really cool too. They had some that were different colors too, and they had one with Stitch and one with Angel. You don't like Halloween? I'm not a big Halloween person either. I love fall. I'll take Halloween. The other thing he wanted was a dumpling. They had many, many kinds of dumplings. The only ones they didn't have today, they were out of stock, was the glittery ones, which I think was what Jackson actually wanted. But the lady actually opened several of them and showed him to him so he could see one that he wanted. I am so thankful when shop owners actually let you look at their products. You know, so many of them just want you to buy it and don't look at it and don't open it. But she was very, very kind. She opened several of them and let Jackson see the one he wanted. So he ended up getting this cute little rainbow dumpling. He told me what he named it, Dumpy, I think. It has kind of like the fake snow stuff in it. Jackson will have to be very careful with this because he kind of tends to bust these pretty easy. Well, let me rephrase that. These bust easy anyway. The only downfall to this, it stinks. But we won't say that out loud. What messages do we keep holding for review here? Moss, it held your comment for a review. That's funny. I guess it thought you were being inappropriate. Moss says, look at that butter. I want to squish it so hard. It must feel so good. Moss, the algorithm thought you were being nasty. It is really, really fun to squish. You like Christmas because it's Jesus Christ's birthday. Yes, I love Christmas for that reason. And I love Easter because it was the day he rose from the cross. But I do not like how commercialized Christmas has become. It's become all about material things. I don't like that. So there's the dumpling. I promised Jackson I would bring these right back to him. You guys should feel very, very special because he wasn't going to let me show these. But he decided last minute that it would be okay. So we're gonna take extra care of those. I haven't even opened mine yet. I was waiting for you guys to open them. I like the squishies that have more density, I guess, to them. I like the ones that you have to squeeze a little bit harder. So my first one is a little boba tea thing, like an icy or a drink or a, it's like a boba tea, but it doesn't really have the boba in it. Look how cute it is. I love the ones that you have to actually squeeze on. Not only is it really good for my hands, but it's just more satisfying to me. Where is Danielle? She said she was going to be here, and I knew she would want to see this. Danielle, if you're watching the replay, I know you would want to see this. You know I have to smell everything. Doesn't it look like boba tea, but without the boba in it? I guess the glitter can be the boba. So I got this one. They had so many squishies that we wanted. So many. But you know, you have to be on a budget and on a limit. So we got 2 each. The other one I got is Nice Cream. It's not ice cream, it's Nice Cream. And I'm a very aesthetic person. I like colorful things. I like the way it's multicolored. And I tried really hard to see that I was getting one that looked like that. Okay, mine's not as colorful as that one, but it's still really, really cute. Our next question is favorite book. Ooh, it also has favorite author on here. So if you prefer to say an author, okay, I don't like it. It's sticky. It's very sticky. You only give gifts to children and they get 3 each, one from God, from the Son of God, and one from the Holy Spirit. That is pretty cool. Hi, Sue. How are you today? I'm doing great. We are talking about favorites here, and I'm also showing some squishies that we got today. We have talked about our favorite holiday, our favorite season, and our favorite color. And right now we are on our favorite author and our favorite book. Either or. Okay, this one's sticky, so I don't like it. Maybe Jackson will like it. Ugh, no. This is not for me. You win some, you lose some, right? You try. If Jackson doesn't like it, I will seal it up in a bag and I will save it for Ava. She was showing us one she had yesterday that she said was kind of sticky. Wow, I wasted my money. Not really. Somebody will use it, but now I only have one new fidget. Braylee says she has one of these like the boba. It's cute, isn't it? Moss, that's funny. You did not say anything inappropriate. Please don't think that. Did you think you did? No, you did not. You didn't say anything inappropriate. Christmas, summer, purple. Ooh, number 4 on Team Purple. Karen Kingsbury. Okay, I know that sounds familiar. I know I've read some of her books. Can you name me 1 or 2 of her books that are more popular? I know I've read her books. Does she write like Christian, romance, or does she write, hey, Debbie Sue. We were just talking about our favorite author or our favorite book. If you would like to comment, are you your own favorite author? You do write some really good stories, Debbie Sue. My favorite book, oh my gosh, it's hard. You know, favorites are so hard for me. My favorite book, I'm too like, it depends on what genre you're talking about. It depends on what mood I'm in. It depends on what. I don't know. I really like, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. Even a favorite author, I don't have an answer. I read mostly, you know me, I read Amish romance, and they're not really honestly romance books. You know, it is a story of somebody falling in love with somebody, and it's always like an unrequited love or something until the end, but it's more about their lifestyle and their life. I like books that are about people. I don't know if it's weird or not, but I like to read books about, you know, people who were abused as children and they grow up and they write their story. Or people that live in different countries or different places. I read a book one time called The Kite Runner and I loved it. And I've read Purple Hibiscus and I loved it. And I don't love it because I like the stories or the sadness, but I love to learn about other cultures and other people. The Baxter Family. I know I've read that. I just read so many books that they kind of just mingle and mush together in my mind. Gen X, which is Melanie, says she has an obsession for books. Unfortunately, it's really hard to sit still long enough to read a book. I can completely understand that. I think the books like Jackson reads are perfect when there's tons of information in there, but it's in like little blurbs of text. I have read The Child Called It. I actually have it over here. I was looking at my bookshelf a minute ago. I've gotten rid of most of my books because I don't reread a lot of them. I considered having Jackson read The Child Called It with me, but I don't think he's ready for that yet. I do like that story very much, or that book very much. I wasn't as impressed with his second book, and I think he even has a third book. There's a book called Where Dragonflies Sing, Where Fireflies Sing, Where Fireflies Dance. You guys know my memory is terrible for specific words. There's another book like that that was really good. I love learning about culture. I love people. I have a very genuine love for people. I'll enjoy all of those. I read a book called China Run, And it was about people who were adopting kids from China and bringing them home. Well, when this one family goes to adopt theirs, they're in a group, and they realize that the kids that are being adopted out are actually kidnapped. And so they're trying to save these kids, but then they have the whole Chinese like government after them and stuff. I like books like that are true stories and told kind of through that perspective. But I will always and forever love my Amish romance too. Julie, you have to read on a Kindle for your eyesight issues. Okay, that makes sense. What about the Kindle? Is it because you can make the font bigger or because the background is a different color? I've been reading this series right here. This is the second one of it. And I'm really struggling with it because the ink is so light. I'm really, really struggling. I have to take my glasses off to read. But I can't read a whole lot of these at once because the ink is just, it's so light. And I do get a lot of the large print books at the library. Hi, Miss M. Look at my new squishy. It's like a boba tea. For both of those reasons. I can understand that. You love Beverly Lewis books. See, I would have to look these up. I'm sure I've read all of them. I'm sure I've read them all. We have to keep going to different libraries here in town because me and my mom have read like everything at the 2 libraries that are close. Well, we have 3, but we've read almost everything that they have that we would want to read. Not everything in the library. How are you today, Emily? I hope you're having a good day. Okay, let's move on. What is your favorite TV show? And again, I have way too many. Years ago, there was a show called Parenthood, and I watched every single season, and I loved this show so much that I would actually dream about the characters. And then it ended, and it was never on again. They took it off of Netflix even. Same thing with Atypical. I loved Atypical. Let's see, what else? Of course, Anne with an E. I've watched Anne with an E. I've probably watched the whole entire series 50 times now. A Kraken Forever by Jeannie Brewer. I'm going to have to look at that, Moss. You might have to remind me later. Hi, DJ. How are you? We are talking about our favorite TV show. Movie. What are we talking about? Our favorite TV show. I don't even know. I also liked This Is Us. Did anybody else watch This Is Us? Miss M, hopefully we can keep your mind off your stomach cramps. The way Karen writes about the Baxter family, you really become invested in the characters. You don't want to put the book down because you want to know how they're doing. Yes, those are the kinds of books that I love. Finish cleaning your hamster cage. Well, that sounds fun. Not. You watched This Is Us. Wasn't that the best show? Those are the kinds of shows I like, that you can sit and watch the whole season. And of course, I like shows like Little House on the Prairie. Julie C., I've answered you a couple of times about Little House on the Prairie. I don't know if you got my replies or not. What is all of your guys' opinion on the new Little House show? Moss, you watched This Is Us? That's pretty cool that you guys have some of the same shows that we have. Reba, I've watched a few of hers. I should watch more. There was a show, what was that guy's name? There was a show with Mario Lopez, and I only watched a few of them, but it was like a comedy show like that, and it was really funny. Yeah, Reba, she is a funny character. What about Roseanne and the Connors? I feel like I can relate to Roseanne on so many levels. I am like a reincarnated Roseanne. It's funny, everyone probably thought she was white trash and like, I don't know, some loser of a mom, but she's my spirit mom. The character of Caroline was a bit, yeah, she was annoying. Even Paul just wasn't Paul. Mr. Ingalls wasn't, I didn't like it. Well, I can't say that. I didn't like it as a comparison to the Little House on the Prairie that we know and love. You know, if I had never watched that and I watched it, I'm sure I would like it. And I did watch the whole season and I watched the rest of them. But I think they could have done it a whole lot better. They did not have to copy the other TV series, but they should have at least followed the story more accurately, I think. I actually found my book the other day. I'm going to read it again and refollow the story myself. See, Debbie Sue, I don't think it is taken closely from the books, but maybe we should. This is our assignment for anybody that's interested in Little House. Go to the library, go on your Kindle, go to your bookshelf, and let's read the first book of the Little House. I don't have the original. I have like the one that's made for like teenagers to read, or like Jackson's age to read, but I think it's still close enough to the story. That's what I have over here on the shelf. Let's read that, and then let's pick up this conversation again after we've refreshed our minds a little bit. I have loved Roseanne. I've watched most of the Connors. I don't think I've watched the last season, but I didn't like it as much. When Dan, is that his name? When he got those dentures in his mouth, it changed the whole show. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging. But for a man to have that much money and get new dentures, if they did not fit my face better than that and I could not speak better than that, I would be going back to the dentist. It is so hard to understand him, and that is all I can focus on when I watch him now, which I know, is that terrible of me to say? I'm not bashing him in any way, shape, or form. Is it House in the Big Woods? I think it is. I think I have the first two. Good idea. Yes, we should read it. Moss, we all love this community. Thank you for saying that. You know, sometimes I get in a funk and I think, I don't know, I don't want to down the mood here. I won't say that. Sometimes I get discouraged at YouTube not understanding me in the algorithm and just not picking me up. But you guys really honestly keep me going 100%. I love this community we have. I love every single one of you. Show up for my videos, you leave me comments, you know, you check in, you let me know how you're doing. I don't want it to be all about me. I want this community. That's the only reason I started a YouTube channel. I have read almost similar. I've read like 2 different Anne of Green Gables, but one of them was a children's book and one of them was more written for like preteen, I guess, like 5th or 6th grade. Jackson actually bought the whole boxed set of all of them, and I probably will read them. We don't care about spelling. I did create it. Cat and Kiwi are the ones that kept telling me to do it. And my husband told me for a while, you should start like a TikTok or you should start a YouTube or something. I know you guys don't get it, but I am so shy. Like, I literally go in public and don't speak to anybody. I could see somebody I know and I will go down the other aisle and go the other way just to avoid that conversation. This is different. This is in the comfort of my home. It is, yeah, it is probably one of my series. Hey, Janelle, how are you? Small Town Riot. I try so hard to say everyone's name just so everyone knows who I'm talking about. Okay, let's move on. If for anyone that just hopped on, we have talked about favorite color, favorite season, favorite holiday, book or author, movie, and TV show. We're on favorite actor. This brain right here does not remember names at all. You guys are lucky I remember your names half the time, and that's because I see them written all the time. Yes, Miss M, what is it about that? You know, I think it's the same thing for people that get on YouTube. Or let me read this out loud for people watching in the future. Miss M says she's shy out in public, but get her on YouTube and she can chat away. So I agree with that, because look at the keyboard warriors that go on and literally make it their life mission to go be ugly to certain people. Like, they stalk these people and they talk ugly about them and they repost their videos with ugly things, or they freeze frame it. You know, people are so brave online. And we have that same bravery. We have that same, I don't know, boost of ability, but we use ours for the better. You know, we use ours to actually talk to people and get to know people. Anything I want to say to me from a year ago? Just, you know, I was doing the right thing. Just keep going. I went back and watched a couple of my older videos, and Although I think I still do somewhat the same style, I think I really have improved. And maybe that's just me, the way I watch them or the way I edit them. But my first videos, I would sit and talk about the same thing for 30 whole minutes. And I still do that. I am a very, very chatty person, and I still sit here and chat, but then I do an activity. And I sit here and chat, and then I do an activity. So I feel like I have more flow. I feel like we change places and items more. And I'm definitely more comfortable filming in public and talking about things now. Tomorrow's video, we actually take you out and about in town. We go and see a new, what do you call it? Like a, I don't know, like a roadside attraction here. And then I take you guys to the honey farm. So I'm definitely more brave. So to Old Java, I would say just keep going. Just keep working at it. Tom Hanks, I love Tom Hanks. Especially Big. Did anybody else really like that movie? Louis L'Amour. Well, that name sounds fancy. Do I think I've changed since I started YouTube? No, I don't. And if you think I have, please tell me. I think I have always my whole life been the same person. I'm a little bit more confident, I guess. I like Tom Hanks, and I really like Denzel Washington. What about the Book of Eli? Did anybody else really like that? Oh, a Western author. You know, I don't think I've ever read a Western book, but every now and then Jackie watches Western movies and I watch those with him, so I probably would enjoy one. Actors are hard for me, and I don't want to talk about the Epstein files here, but reading all of that, it really honestly makes me not want to watch a lot of people. You know, you just feel like you can't trust anybody. Oh, Forrest Gump was amazing, yes. When we went to San Antonio in the spring, we ate at Bubba Gump Cafe. If you have not watched my birthday video when we went to San Antonio, you could go watch that if you feel like it. It was a lot of fun. We rode the Riverwalk gondola at nighttime, and it was all lit up. It was so beautiful. Miss M, it really is. It is hard to trust people anywhere. Anywhere. That's probably my biggest hang up about doing YouTube. First of all, I know there's going to come a time where I get people on here who are just as mean to me as they are to these other wonderful YouTubers that I have followed for years. They get the most hateful messages. People, you know, make videos about them, make fun of them, talk ugly about them. I know that's going to come, and I also know that I will be very heartbroken over it, and I'm just going to have to be very careful and not let it jade me too much or not let it get me down, because I know what's going to happen. It happens to everybody. Robin Williams was your first crush as Popeye. Oh, I like Robin Williams too. I used to love Popeye. I love sweet pea and olive oil. Tom Hanks played Walt Disney. Sorry if I keep shaking this. I don't know if I ever watched Walt Disney. From your perspective, I haven't changed at all, and you like that. You watch The Little Things, and it's pretty good. Rami Malek and Denzel Washington, The Little Things. Have I seen that? I don't think I have. Danielle, that's okay. Hey, but you're here to see my squishy, but now it's all mangled up. You can't see it yet. I don't blame you for falling back asleep. If you need rest, get some rest. Moss, I feel like I can trust everybody here too. Yeah, I know, Julie. I don't like it at all. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I just love people. That's the one thing I try to instill in Jackson too, is we don't judge anybody. It's not our place. Miss M has the right attitude. If that happens to her, she's going to make a video and say, thank you so much for making a video about me. That's a good idea, Miss M. Okay, Danielle. Now you can see my little boba tea. Isn't it so cute? I love it. I'll show you Jackson's butter. Squishy butter. Jackson's little dumpling. Dumpy. Ah, I almost dropped it. I have to be care of it. I have to be careful and take care of it. He almost didn't let me show it. After I get off the live later, I have to call my granddaughter Ava so I can show them to her. And I'm going to promise her, we were going to pick her a few and mail them, but shipping is so expensive and these things are heavy. So what I'm going to do is tell her that the next time she comes to town, I'll take her there and let her pick a couple. I got this one, which is a nice cream. I wanted it to look like this, but it doesn't. But I took it out and it's very, very sticky, so I don't even want to take it out again. I don't like the texture at all. Very sticky, but either Jackson will play with it or I'll save it for Ava. I like the butter. They had a big butter like this, and they had a big corn on the cob, and they had one of these dumplings that was like this big around. It was huge, bigger than like a pie plate. No, I don't do sticky either. Okay, whose message is being reviewed now? Moss says we might need one of those because I've been teasing her. You do need one, Moss. Why am I imagining, Moss, just because of the things I've seen from Japan, all the cute little stores that you have, the Pokemon stores, the Hello Kitty stores, the cartoony stores. Why am I imagining that you guys are probably like the biggest squishy hub in the world? I bet you can find a store close by that has so much variety. And if you do, you better take me a picture. Danielle, Sue said she just woke from a nap. Sometimes you do just need to sleep. You really do. Japan has the best craft kits. Yes, they do. I was going to take a little nap earlier before the live. I was really tired. Does anyone else get super tired at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon? Like that little afternoon crash? I was just about to close my eyes. I never need a nap more than 15 minutes. Like I can literally close my eyes and wake up, usually 12 or 13 minutes, and I'm wide awake and ready for the rest of the day. And I was just about there, and my mom texted me, could you help me order something on Walmart.com? I was like, yes, I can. Come on over. Yes, their packaging is all so cute. 10:51 a.m. there. Well, that's a good time to get up. Get you some brekkie. Okay, do we want to do another favorite? Favorite musician or band? These are things that I really honestly can't answer. It was actor, actress, blah, blah, blah. Favorite musician or band? I can tell you more like genres. I love Christian music. I love 80s, 90s music. And I love the older country Western music. Anything that's new, I don't know it because I don't ever turn the radio on. You should see me trying to pick music for the videos. I'm like, I don't know what people like to hear. All I know is the tempo that I like, that slow, melodious tempo. You get tired around that time. You've been exhausted here a lot because of your current health issues. I bet, because you're not sleeping that much. Aerosmith and Pentatonics. I do love Pentatonics. The only time I've really ever seen them was on whatever TV show they were on. And they used to come up on like the reels and stuff. Was it on America's Got Talent? It was on something like that that they were on, right? Yeah, as soon as I first saw them, I was like, they're really good. You don't have a favorite, but gospel music is your favorite, says Debbie Sue. I also like a cappella, like way back from I love music from the 30s and 40s too. I don't know a lot of it, but I love that sound. As long as it doesn't have that staticky sound behind it, which a lot of it does. You seen Carpenters at karaoke? Oh my gosh. Everybody that thinks they should see a video of Moss singing karaoke should raise their hand. Everybody, raise your hand in the chat. I keep telling Moss that she needs to make a YouTube channel. Even if she only posts shorts, 30 seconds here and 30 seconds there. Wouldn't we all love to see life in Japan? And I know there's other people out there. I follow another channel from Japan, but it's not Moss. You don't even have to show your face. Just show us the stuff that you see that you like. Julie, shock us. Come on, shock us. Give us a shock. Willie Nelson, yes, you cannot go wrong with Willie Nelson. Miss M, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. My older son used to listen to Screamo. Can you imagine this brain with all of its sensitivity to noise and having a teenager in there that listened to Screamo and would practice it night and day? Pentatonics won the sing-off quite a few years ago. That's cool. Julie, no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. Why does DoorDash keep sending me notifications? They want me to order something, don't they? 5 Finger Death Punch. Okay, that's not too shocking. It's not something I listen to, but I definitely know who they are. I've heard them. I have a husband. I have an adult son. You're too shy. Well, you don't have to talk or show yourself. Just think about it. You don't have to answer right now. Just think about it. You don't have to speak on a short, and you don't have to show yourself. You could literally just show this. Actually, one of the ladies that I follow from Botswana, Africa, she's a dear friend to me. I can't call her a lady. She's a dear friend to me. I've watched her for a long time. I call her my African daughter. She calls me her sweet person. One of her American moms. A lot of her videos are just typing. It's music and it's showing the same kind of stuff I show, everyday stuff. But then she types everything out because she's very shy also. You love the band Evanescence. My husband really likes Evanescence too. We have no judgment. Just because I'm old and wrinkly and gray doesn't mean I think you can't like some heavy metal, crazy kind of music. We all like what we like, and that's what makes us different and unique. And that's why these are so fun, because now we get to know each other. See, maybe in my mind I thought Julie was this laid back, calm person, and now I know she's over here rocking out and jamming out with the volume max. Yeah, you're safe. Favorite things to play, board games or card games? Oh, that is a hard one. I think I might have to go with card games. Now that I'm older, it's really hard for me to learn a new game. But if I can have someone patient enough with me to keep showing me, I think I prefer cards. I like to play gin rummy. Is that what it's called? When my older kids were younger, my best friend at the time had 5 young kids, and I had 2 young kids, and we hung out all day, every day. I mean, we basically raised our kids together, and we had a spiral notebook, one of the big, like 5 subject spiral notebooks, and we had a forever running game of gin rummy going. We had that sucker full. I don't even know why we kept score, because we just played every day and just, I don't know, it was so much fun. Board games, Debbie Sue says, what is your favorite? I love Scrabble, I love Yahtzee. I really want to get Jackson the Game of Life. I think he would enjoy it. Trying to get Bruno Mars concert tickets. He's coming to Japan. Oh, I really do like Bruno Mars too. What is the singer's name that sings kind of to me a little bit similar to Bruno Mars, and he has bright orangish red hair? Is it Sam something? Ooh, Debbie Sue likes Monopoly. Miss M likes Skip-Bo. I used to play Skip-Bo a lot. I do like Skip-Bo. Cribbage. Do I know what cribbage is? I do not. I used to go with my grandma when she played bridge at her bridge club, and I don't have a clue how to play it, but the women looked so fancy, all dressed up to the T, drinking their little tea, playing bridge. All I remember is I had a whole bunch of cards. Bonkers. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna write this down. You know me, I take notes. Cribbage and bonkers. Does anyone else like to play dominoes? I do. Danielle likes Skip-Bo, I think. Uno, Boggle. Ooh, I haven't thought about Boggle in a long time. Scrabble, Monopoly, and the Game of Life. Those are good ones. Miss M, I love to go play bingo. Me too. I want to go play bingo. I think Jackson would enjoy bingo. We have 2 bingo parlors here that I know of. And there's one big reason that I don't go, and it's the same reason that I know Jackson would not go in there. The whole bingo hall smells like cigarette smoke. It's awful. Even though in one of them, there's a whole private room closed off in glass walls or glass windows, and that's the smokers area. It's still all you can smell in the whole bingo place. I wish they would make one here with non-smoking. Ooh, phase 10 is a good one. Yahtzee, I love Yahtzee. You hold the Domino World Championship in your town? That is cool. I don't know how to play it that good. I can barely count by fives, but I can try. It does keep us from going. I need to look into see if maybe there's like a church here that does bingo night or something. Heck, I'll go play at the old people's home. I don't care. I found out the other day that at 55, you get to start getting senior citizen discounts places. I'm like, woo! I was kind of feeling weird about turning 52, but now I'm kind of looking forward to 55. Mexican train dominoes. I've heard of that, but I don't know how to play it. Let's see what else we have. We are doing good, guys. Okay, favorite hobby. Favorite hobby. Let me tell you something about my favorite hobbies. You know I love puzzling. I have puzzles going on in the she shed and out here now. And I was really into journaling for a long time, and I still do want a junk journal. But after moving all of my journaling stuff, or I'm still not done moving it all, after getting most of it out in the she shed, I've realized that it's so much clutter now, it's not bringing me joy. And I think that's why I'm so resistant to doing it. I really need to really pare down what I have and really get down to the basics. I more want to junk journal our trip. I'm really trying to remind myself to save things from Florida. And a junk journal, maybe a few things for holidays, but I don't want to have all the stuff that I was saving. And I know we went through together where I like sorted things and went through things and ripped out pages of things, but that craft card is full. I have stacks and stacks of magazines and books. I have books that I was going to make into journals, and they're just bringing me, stress and anxiety right now. So I want to pare a lot of that down. I think I'm going to donate a whole lot of it. Most of it was either free to me or I got it for like $1 at the thrift store. So I'm going to maybe find someone that wants to get into junk journaling and share a lot of what I had. And I just want to get down to the basics. I want to get to where I can enjoy it again. I cannot rest and relax if I'm in clutter. And I did this to myself, which is weird. I'm not usually a person to do that. Let's see. Julie, I know yours is puzzling. You've worked some really cool puzzles lately. Singing, puzzling, coloring, and diamond art. I still haven't tried diamond art. And I so badly want to enjoy coloring, but I just really don't. I'm not very good at it. I mean, I can color in the picture, but I color it like a, like a 10-year-old would color it. I don't know how to do the shading and all that. And I guess, honestly, it doesn't interest me. But I like watching other people draw and color. Miss M likes YouTube, riding horses. I saw your picture. That looked really cool, riding your horses. Arts and crafts. Those are your top 3. Danielle likes reading. What are you reading right now, Danielle? Moss likes listening to music, singing, looking at miniatures, and YouTube, of course. Can we all agree that YouTube is probably our biggest hobby? Puzzles, miniature models. Ooh, Julie, what miniature have you worked lately? Micro build bricks like teddy blocks. Sue likes adult coloring and collage and diamond painting. I really need to try the diamond. I don't know if my vision is good enough. Do they have diamond art for visually impaired people? Do they have some with like the big diamonds? Miss M, I do too. I hardly ever turn my TV on. I watch YouTube more than anything. I find a video anytime, if I'm not filming a video, if I'm working a puzzle or if I'm washing dishes or cleaning my kitchen or cooking, if I'm doing any of that, I find like an hour-long YouTube of one of my channels that I like, and I turn that on and I just listen to it. I don't even have to visually watch it. I listen to it and kind of glance every now and then at what they're doing. Riding horses is fun. You're working on a beat that is made of 5,000 miniature blocks. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm super impressed. Do you guys ever go to Five Below? I saw an ad the other day for Five Below. Yes, these ads keep getting me. They make me want to buy their stuff. Oh, Danielle, YouTube and gardening. Nice. Oh, a bear. A bear, not a beet. Okay, that makes a little more sense. That is huge. It's going to be awesome when you're finished with it. It's okay. Five Below shows that they look to be really small, and they're like knockoff Legos. They're not Legos, they're some other brand. But they make 3 little terrariums, and one of them has a snail in it. I want it so bad. It says the Snail Shack. And they have one with a turtle in it and one with a snake in it. They're like 3 little terrariums. I want them, but I have to stop. I have to limit myself. We went to buy this today. We have to finance this trip coming up. I got to slow down a little bit. Jackson wants a new upgraded 3D printer for his birthday, and we've been telling him all year long if that's still what you want. He wanted it at Christmas, but we didn't feel like he was ready for it, and he still has wanted it consistently. And so we've always told him if that's still what you want for your birthday, that's what we'll get. So not only do we have to finance this trip, but we have to finance a new 3D printer also. Yeah, exactly. What's a limit? We have to be on a limit. We have to limit ourselves a little bit. At least till next payday, right? Every time I've ever seen something I want at Five Below, though, our Five Below is way across town, and I don't go across town very often. Even though I can see better now and drive better now, we still don't go across town. And every time I've ever gone over there for something that I see advertised, our store doesn't have it. We have a really small one. You were amazed by my zucchini from the garden. I'm good at it. Well, thank you. Thank you. We have eaten so much zucchini. I told Jackie, I said, I bet I could make a short video of eating zucchini every single night for a whole week. I've added it into our salads. I've added it into our tacos. We've had stuffed zucchini boats. We've had zucchini with onion. If you can make it with zucchini, we've had it. And I still have 4 more growing right now, all at once. Jackie works in the oil field. And hi, Carly. Welcome. My husband works in the oil field, and he has worked in the oil field since he was probably about 15 years old. 16 maybe. My husband did not have a good home life. He left his home when he was 14, and he has been working since then. He started out at 14 years old cleaning a shop for some guys that had a small mechanic shop in our town. He would stay after they were finished, and he would clean the whole shop, and he would sleep in the back room. And he did that for a long time. And then he kind of worked his way up from there. My husband is very much a self-made man. I'm very, very proud of him. Yes, Danielle, I did that. You can put zucchini in absolutely anything. Anything. The zucchini boats, I filmed it. You'll see it in a couple of weeks. The zucchini boats, I made spaghetti sauce, meat and sauce and stuff, and stuffed in those. And I'm actually going to make zucchini boats again and put taco meat in them this time. You can make them pretty versatile. We are going to Florida here in just a few weeks. We're going in August. I'm not going to say the exact dates. I think maybe the last night that we're there, maybe if I have internet and I have time, maybe I'll go live at the beach just for a few minutes just to show everybody. When I know that we're going to be home shortly and nobody's going to, you don't really want people to know you're out of town and leave your house alone. Oh, we have cameras. My mom's going to watch the house. My sister will drop by and check on it. Our neighbors are real good at kind of watching out when we're not here, but still, you don't want to tell people exactly what days you're going to be out of town. We did have one of the subscribers that we have on here. What is her name? Let me think for a minute. I can't remember her name. Anyway, she had invited us to meet her at the museum there, and I do think it would have been fun. If it was myself, I would love to meet her and her kids at the museum and walk through it with them. Or she invited us to meet up. She said she'd like to drive to Miami and take her kids there. And I would do that, but Jackson's not comfortable with that, so we're not going to do it this time. He's the kind of person that needs to kind of establish a relationship from the comfort of his home. You know, see some pictures, have some text messages, all of that stuff before we just kind of go meet somewhere. We probably will do the big museum. I'm trying to find us some indoor stuff to do because it's going to be really, really hot. You love going to the beach in the fall. We really wanted to go more in the fall. We're going on the wettest, hottest month that they have. It actually rains there almost every day right now. Yes, Miss M, safety is very important. Do you guys want to know? You might laugh at me, okay? This is a judgment-free zone, do you remember? Keep that in your mind. I was looking at stuff for us to do around Miami and around Fort Lauderdale. And I was trying to find a few things that were indoors. We have a couple of things that we want to do outdoors. But in the heat of the afternoon, we're going to want to go in where it's air conditioned somewhere. And we will only be there for 2 full days. We'll be there one evening and then 2 full days. And then we'll leave that next morning. Guess what I found? There is somewhere that I have always wanted to go, always. And when we travel, I always look to see if this store is in this town, and we have never been to a town yet that has this store. Do you have any guesses on a store that you think I might want to go to? And it is not a thrift store. Any guesses on a store that Java might want to go just wander around in? I don't really need to buy anything. I just want to go browse. Excuse me. Publix is a good guess. I've never been in a Publix. Buc-ee's. Actually, Sue, we got a Buc-ee's here. We have a great big Buc-ee's here. We got it, I think, last year or maybe the year before. It's not even real far from my house, but we don't go there often. It stays very crowded. Every once in a while, we'll go during kind of the off hours and get us a barbecue sandwich. They have the best barbecue sandwiches. Trader Joe's, I've never been there either. See, y'all are giving me more ideas. I've never been in a Costco either. I would like to go there someday, but that's not it either. I won't keep you waiting. They have an IKEA. I have always wanted to go in an IKEA, always. I see people go in there and browse through the, you know, the setups where it looks like bedrooms or it looks like offices or kitchens. You know, I have no visuals in my mind, so I would love to go in a store that actually has everything like set out. It'd be like walking through different people's houses and seeing how they decorate. I also see people that buy or eat food there. Some of them have like a restaurant inside of them. Some of them have a play area for the kids inside of them. I want to go, and I've already warned Jackson's like, we are not going shopping on vacation. He hates shopping. But I remind him, we've worked very hard his whole life. We have always traveled with him. We always have taught him that we do something that everybody wants to do. We're going to see alligators, which is what he wants to do. Seeing the Everglades and the alligators. We will do something that my husband wants to do, and we will do something that I want to do. Of course, me and Jackson want to see the beach too, but IKEA is my thing, so we are going to IKEA. But I did tell him they do have stuffed animals. He can look at the stuffed animals there. Moss, do you have IKEA there? Miss M says she went to Buc-ee's one time just to use the restroom. They were on their way home from a vacation. It was very overwhelming. Yes, Jackson will not go in Buc-ee's. He does not like it at all. Even with headphones, even with me holding his hand. The first time we ever stopped at a Buc-ee's, my husband had been to them before, and I think maybe it was when we went to San Antonio and back, and Jackie wanted to take us into a Buc-ee's. And I went in with Jackson, and he was so terrified that he froze and could not move. And he instantly started not crying. Like Jackson's like me, he doesn't really cry, but he was very, very distressed, very overwhelmed. He could not move, he could not speak. He was like frozen there, but he had to use the bathroom. I had to get him to the bathroom. We had the nicest employee come up and offer us help. Of course, he had his headphones on and things, but she actually went in and cleared out the bathroom. Not like she didn't ask people to leave, but she kind of stopped people from going in and waited for everyone to come out and cleared out the bathroom so I could take Jackson in there by himself and get him to where he could use the bathroom, and then we could leave. It was the nicest thing ever. I will always support Buc-ee's. I know that has nothing to do with their business. It was more that employee, but she was so sweet. Good morning, Joanna Jones. Where are you from? You must be from overseas if it's morning for you. Buc-ee's is super overwhelming. If anyone's been to Costco and Sam's, are they the same thing? Do we want to do another favorite? Here's one we might learn about each other. Does anyone have a favorite video game? You have IKEA in Tokyo. Hope Jackson will enjoy there in his way. I think, yeah, as long as he gets to look at the stuffed animals and things. You have IKEA here. You go for one item and leave with 10. So you have to pace yourself. Ooh, you're in Perth. Ooh, I would love to go to Australia. We have a couple of followers from Australia. Subscribers. I don't like the word followers. Subscribers. So welcome, welcome. Danielle says she only got an IKEA about 6 months ago there in New Zealand and a Costco 3 years ago. In my mind, I think Costco is a lot like Sam's, but I think they have nicer products. It's kind of like here we have Home Depot or Lowe's if you want home improvement stuff, like building materials and stuff. Home Depot is great if you want some things, but then Lowe's is better if you want other things. And that's kind of how I tell myself Costco and Sam's must be. Does anybody video game? Does anybody have a favorite video game? They are both a 10-hour drive away. Well, I bet you don't go there too often. Oregon Trail, Mario Party, and Skyrim. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what Skyrim is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. I got an Oregon Trail game for my Switch. I have a Switch that I played Animal Crossing on. It's the only thing I've ever played on it, and I played it until there was nothing left to do, and then I was bored crazy of it. So I never really played my Switch again. It's kind of the Switch that the grandkids use when they come over. It's kind of like a mutual, everybody can use it now, which is nice. But I bought an Oregon Trails game, and I told Jackson all about Oregon Trails, how much fun I had on it as a kid, how many hours I spent on our old Apple IIe computer playing Oregon Trails, and I let him play it first. And he played the game, and he told me a couple of things about it, and in my mind, I'm like, that's not like the original Oregon Trails, so I've never played it. I've never picked up the Switch, put it in, or played it. Maybe I should look at it. Oh, The Sims. Danielle, my daughter played Sims forever. She had so many Sims games when she was a kid, a teenager. Miss M loves bowling on the Nintendo Switch, but you want to play Animal Crossing, but you can't find your Switch. Hey, it happens. It happens. Oregon Trail can make you lose your cool. Yeah, I don't know. If it's not like the original, I just don't really have an interest in it. You play a role-play game, usually like Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. Okay. What is that game? Jackson plays a game that I think is kind of like role-play. I think it's called Sky. Does anybody play Sky? Him and his friend Cheyenne play that a lot. Jackson's not real good at role play, but Cheyenne is really, really good at it. And I love that she takes him through and helps him with that. I can't imagine playing The Walking Dead. That show kind of creeps me out. I liked the first couple of seasons, but after that, it just got really, really weird. That's right, Miss M. When you find your Switch, it's going to be like you just got it for the first time. When my older kids were younger, we had a, what do you call that? A Wii? Is it a Wii? And we would play Rock Band for hours. I really liked that. It was interactive. We could all play what instrument we wanted to, but you're kind of doing your own thing. Man, I love Rock Band. I wish we still had that sometimes. I would play it till my eyes burned. I couldn't even focus from looking at the TV so long. Which version? The only other one I played is the 80s version. Of what? Oh, of Sky? I don't know. It's something they have on their Switch. I don't know if it's an old version or something new. I loved the Wii. One of my friends, when my older kids were little, we didn't live here. We didn't move here until Keisha was already out of the house. It's a long story. When Keisha was growing up, her dad literally had nothing to do with her. He never called her. Never sent birthday cards, Christmas cards, never contacted her. In all of her childhood, I left him when she was 2. And in all of her childhood until high school, she probably saw him 3 times. And of course, now that she's older, he blames it all on me and says I kept her from her or what, whatever. It's not true. And I've told her, go ask your grandparents, they'll tell you. Go ask your uncles, they'll tell you, because they were still in high school then. They knew exactly what went on. But in high school, she wanted to try living with him for her last 2 years of high school. So we let her move up there. I wanted her to have a relationship with him. I wanted her to get to know him. So she was already out of the house when we moved here. All that to say, we lived in a whole different town with different friends and everything when they were younger. And my friend there, she had Dance Revolution on her Wii. And we played that for our exercise every day. We weren't very good at it. Neither one of us are coordinated. She has MS and I have Chiari and hypermobility. We weren't good at it at all. But when the kids were at school and the hubbies were at work, we would do that for our exercise. How far is Amarillo from Florida? It is very, very far. It would take us probably 3 full days to drive there. That'd be like 10 hours a day probably. We are going to drive to Dallas, which is 6 hours from here. We will have lunch, not lunch, we'll drive to Dallas and we will have dinner with Jackie's sister and her family and spend the night there, and then we'll get up in the morning and we'll fly from Dallas to Florida. The flight from Dallas to Florida is 3.5 hours, I think. Florida is very, very far from here. Sing Star, I bet that's like karaoke, right? Yes, I've done bowling on the Wii too. See, we do like video games. Look at all this stuff we're learning about each other. All right, how about your favorite animal? Any animal. It could be a creature, a critter, a spider, a bug. It could be exotic animal, sea animal. What is your favorite non-human, what's your favorite non-human living thing? Hey, Heather. Heather says she loved the Wii and has cerebral palsy, so that was also funny. Hey, it's still fun though, right? We do it our own way. You remember getting the Wii for Christmas, you were still in school, school was closed for a week due to extreme cold temperatures, so your Christmas break was very long and you would play it every day. Oh, I bet that was fun. Dance Dance Revolution, yes, you and Sandy used to play that? Oh, those are good memories, aren't they? You might not be able to dance like that anymore. I know. I saw you know how Facebook will put up your memories? I saw a memory of Keisha and Josh doing Dance Dance Revolution. They were doing Who Let the Dogs Out the other day. It's so fun to look back and see them like that. Frogs. Ooh, Jackson likes frogs too. Alpaca. Moss likes alpacas. We learned about alpacas and llamas today in math. Is that funny? It was in our math book. We learned about the difference between alpacas and llamas and some facts about them. Miss M loves wolves. Wow. Heather likes horses. Miss M loves horses. I love elephants, especially baby elephants. I think they're the absolute cutest animal ever. And I just think there is something about an elephant's eyes. You can just see the calmness, the sweetness in them. I know they can get mean, but most of the time elephants are very, very passive. And they're also very loyal, I think. Miss M says she loves, oh wait, did I miss something? Julie says she remembers going to the arcade and having a pocket full of quarters. I don't ever remember going to an arcade, but for a very short while when I was a kid, our washing machine was broken, and so once a week we would go to the laundromat, and I would always go help my mom. The laundromat in this little bitty town had like 3 video games on it, and we never got money for it, but man, we would play on those things. We thought we were playing them. Sometimes we'd find quarters around the laundromat too and actually have quarters to put in them. Joanna Jones says red tail black cockatoo. Wow, I'm writing that on my list of things to look up. Red tail black cockatoo. I've never heard of such a thing. Not many left, sadly being pushed out of their habitat because of housing estate spread. Danielle likes dolphins, koalas, and cats. Koalas are so cute. So are dolphins. I actually got to touch a dolphin one time. Tanya's Talk of the Town. Is that her name? I think she lives in Australia, and I am forever amazed when I see anyone's videos from Australia, and they have cockatoos and parrots and stuff literally in their yard, right up on their balcony, eating bird seed, like what we have sparrows and doves and stuff that come eat our food. They have these beautiful exotic birds. I can't even fathom walking outside and seeing something so beautiful. Moss used to want to get a dolphin's tattoo because once you loved scuba diving. Wow, you've actually been scuba diving? I'd be afraid to scuba dive. It looks cool, but I would like to try snorkeling, although I think I would choke and probably asphyxiate is how it is called. I think I would suck all the water into my lungs. A sun conure. Those are very pretty. I think my friend used to have a sun conure. Is it a small parrot with a big bright, like a small beak, but really, really bright? Look up tuies and listen to their bird song. Okay. I love how y'all give me homework to report back on. I do. I love learning about different cultures. My legs are cold. Y'all, I'm not used to wearing... My legs not covered. Okay, let's see. What's next? Oh, here's a good one. Your favorite flower. What is your favorite flower? And am I the only person that thinks roses stink? Everybody thinks roses smell so good, or everybody, what am I trying to say? Everybody that tries to sell things, or I don't know, men in general, do they just think women love the smell of roses? Because I don't. I think they stink. Everywhere you go, it's like, oh, the rose. Like the rose is like the ultimate smell. Keep your rose. Give me something that smells like honeysuckle or something. I don't know. Yeah, sun conures are very pretty. I like the cockatoos that are white that have the pink. No, I know. I like the cockatoos that are pink. A green bird with a yellow neck and red head. Yeah, my friend used to have one of those. Sadly to say, she didn't. I'm not going to say she didn't take care of it, but it didn't live very well at her house. It didn't look very well. Ooh, sunflowers. Jackson loves sunflowers. Danielle says there's a bird in New Zealand who is very naughty in parts of New Zealand. They will fly onto people's cars and try to steal the windshield wipers. Wow, the rubber seal off the doors. Wow. Joanna says honeysuckle, boronia, and frasius. Well, I don't know those. I'll have to look those up. Boronia. You know, Jackson and I have been studying flowers and plants in our science book. Well, our book of flowers and plants that we're using for science. We just read a whole double-page spread on plants that stink. Did you know there are flowers that smell like rotting flesh? Flowers that smell like death? Flowers that smell like all kinds of crude and horrible things? I did not know that. Okay, I've heard of the durian, or how about it stinks, but I didn't think that there was others like that. Orchids are pretty. Do they have a smell? I like the smell of lavender, and I like the smell, I like a lot of flower smells. When we go to the botanical gardens, there's a purple flower, and I don't know if it's the hyacinths or if it's something else, but they smell really, really good. They have almost a sweet smell like a honeysuckle too. Danielle, hydrangeas, carnations do smell good. Marigolds, orchids, lilies, and dahlias. I didn't know orchids have a smell. I'm gonna have to smell one next time I see one. I don't like the smell of marigolds. Every time I have to go deadhead them, I'm like, ooh, my hands stink. Heather thinks crabapple trees stink. Maybe they do. Don't regular apple trees have blossoms that smell like apples though? My back hurts. I'm sitting on a cushion because I'm so short to this puzzle table. I have to give myself a booster seat. Is anybody else only 5'2"? And I'm only 5'2" when I'm stretched up really, really tall. I'm probably more like 5'1.5" these days. Ooh, what about favorite tree? Star jasmine. Just the name of that sounds fancy. Ooh, gardenias do smell good. Oh, what is the smell that is in a lot of lotions and stuff? It's a type of flower and it smells really good. Marigolds help reduce the mosquitoes. That's exactly why I planted them. They're supposed to repel mosquitoes. You're also 5'2". Jackson's almost as tall as me now. Wow, we're the 5'2" club. We're the purple club and the 5'2" club. No, it's not lavender. There's something else. I'm gonna have to think about it. Is it jasmine maybe? I'm trying to think. So there's a lot of candles that even have this smell. Japanese maple, that sounds fancy. We are the 5'2" club. Wow. Does anybody have a favorite tree? Yes, cherry blossom trees, says Danielle. Here's probably my top 3 that I can think of. Cherry blossom trees, weeping willows. There's just something so beautiful about weeping willows. And the oak trees that actually turn like bright, bright orange in the fall. Wisteria? No, it's not wisteria. I don't know. Oh, Julie says sweet snack or salty. You know, for years I was sweet. But I try so hard not to eat sugar now, and I've been pretty successful lately. When you don't eat sugar, your body really doesn't crave sugar. Your mind does. Your mind still wants you to have some. But any snack I want now is salty. It's so weird that it changes like that, or savory. Magnolia trees are beautiful. Is there a flower that has the word pea in it? Sweet pea? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. If I think of it, I'll let y'all know in the community tab. I'll send you a picture of something. It's like I can think of it, but I can't think of it. Magnolia trees are beautiful. We don't have very many here in town. They have those cool little cone things on them, don't they? Ooh, I think peonies do smell good. I used to work in a greenhouse. It was just a summer job for one summer, and it was one of my favorite jobs I ever had. I was in there by myself most of the time. People would come in, just maybe 1 or 2 people at a time. Here in New Zealand, we have a tree called Pohatakawa. I'm sure I butchered that name, tree. Look it up. It's also called the New Zealand Christmas tree. Okay. I'm just going to put New Zealand Christmas tree, and I'll remember that that's what it is. What about everyone else? Sweet or salty? What kind of snack do you like? One of these says favorite snack, so why don't we say our favorite snack and if we like sweet or salty? I guess we would know that by our favorite. My favorite snack is chocolate, period, but I don't let myself really eat it. Very, very seldom. So my next favorite snack is probably popcorn, especially movie theater popcorn. Pohutukawa. Did I say it right? Pohutukawa. I sound like an Indian. Pohutukawa. I was trying to think the other day of how many ways Jackson and I know how to say hello. We need to add some to it. Maybe we'll do a short video asking people to teach us. I was trying to think. We know, obviously, hi or hello. We know konnichiwa, which is Japanese. Dumela, which is Setswana. Hola is Spanish. Ooh, pretzels are good too, and popcorn. I think ciao is hello in French. What else do we know? I think we know a couple more. Oh, Moss is also 5'2". That's crazy. That is really crazy. Centimeters. Maori language. The Maori people have a beautiful term for autism, and I can't ever think of it. You know, my mind doesn't remember things like that. But I know they have one, and I love, like, every time, in their time and in their own place or pace or something. Good morning is hello in Indonesian. Okay. Ooh, pineapple with tahine. That sounds good. I like watermelon with tahine on it. I'll have to try it on some pineapple. I'm not a I'm not a super spicy eater, so when I do tahine, it's like, not like, just a little bit. Pretzels, popcorn. You know what's really good is pretzels with cream cheese on them. Takiwatanga, yes. I wanted to get a tattoo of that, but then somebody told me that that would probably be disrespectful, like because I don't have permission to do so, and I can understand that. I wouldn't want to step on anyone's feet or, you know. Also good on mango. Mango is one of those fruits that I really, really want to like. I love mango slushies and mango suckers. I like artificial mango, but I've tried mango twice, real mango, and I do not like it. It tastes like a pine tree to me. It tastes like tree sap. Heather's 4'9" but has scoliosis. I do too, Heather. My back curves not only in an S, side to side, but it also twists front to back. My back is a mess. Julie puts mustard on her watermelon. Okay. Might not be the grossest thing in the world. Might not be the best way that I could think of to eat watermelon either, though. I like just plain old watermelon. Sometimes I like to put some salt on it too. Or some tahine. We don't go to the flea market here much, but at the flea market here, there's a fruit stand. I think it's called the Frutalata. And you can buy a cup of fruit, and they chop up all kinds of fresh fruit and cut it into like spears. So they give you a styrofoam cup with all these spears of fruit sticking out of it. And it also has coconut in it. It is so, so good. And then they have like tahine or some like other chili powder and stuff that you can put on it. Now that makes me want to go get one. Try some of these on a short. Oh, some of the questions? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I've been trying to make my short videos kind of match my long videos, like the same style of video, because when you show shorts that don't really go with your niche in the algorithm, then you get subscribers that subscribe from your shorts, but they never actually watch your long form videos. And your long form videos is where you need your views to come from, because your short watch time doesn't count towards your platform in any way, shape, or form. So I try to make anyone that would see my short and subscribe to me from there be someone that would also actually want to watch the long form videos. And at first I didn't, but I've tried to be more mindful to make it still cohesive with my channel. What was the sandwich you told us about with tomato and peanut butter? Oh, tomato, peanut butter, and bacon. And I make mine on toast. I don't like toasted in a skillet with butter. I just make toast. We used to have a toaster. Now we use the toaster oven for everything. I make toast and I put peanut butter on it while it's warm. I like peanut butter on both sides. And then some bacon on there, and a big fat slice of tomato. It sounds weird, but it is the best sandwich. I don't think I've ever tried hot honey. Hot honey on fruit. That does sound really good. Mayonnaise on watermelon? That's different. Yes, tomato and bacon and peanut butter. I know it sounds crazy. You have to try it. You can't knock it until you try it. Vegemite and honey. I told Kiwi I need to try Vegemite. I need to go one of these days and get some Vegemite at the World Market so I can try it. What should I try it on? Toast? Oh, on toast for breakfast. Okay. Julie does have a lot of ideas. Did you know when people smoke meat, when they put meat in a smoker and they cook it all day long in the smoke, did you know they coat whatever meat it is they have in mustard? It's like a binder. It holds on all of your seasoning. It keeps it on the meat, but you don't really taste the mustard. Marmite is better. I'm probably not going to like either one of them, but I want to try them. Do they taste very, very different, or do they taste similar? Because one is more from Australia and one is more from New Zealand, right? Ma says she enjoys both the shorts and the long. Thank you. I know some people prefer one over the other. I myself enjoy watching both too, and it kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. I put on the long videos while I'm busy doing stuff, and I scroll through the shorts when I'm just kind of have a few minutes of downtime. Marmite is New Zealand, and they taste very different. I remember Kiwi told me that she really likes one of them and not the other, but I don't remember the difference. Promite. Oh, there's so many. There's so many mites. Might. I might should try all three. I wish you could buy like a little sample of them here instead of buying like a whole jar that nobody's going to eat. But what if I like it? You never know. She likes Marmite. It's salty. Is there any American food you can think of or that you've tried? You probably haven't tried a whole lot that tastes similar. Does anyone know what an American would think Vegemite or Marmite or Promite would taste like? Let's see. Ooh, here's one we haven't done. What is your favorite smell? You know me, I'm a smeller. I smell everything. Carly, you like Marmite? See, I need to do a taste test. It is salty. Okay. So it tastes just salty. For me, in my mind, I keep imagining it has like a super, super strong flavor. And the color of it makes me think of something gross like liver or something. Ah, my fidget stuck to my new magazine. On my quest to read more, you know, one of my goals this year, one of my, I don't make New Year's resolutions, but my word for the year was intentional. I wanted to be intentional, and with part of that, it was to read more. I subscribed myself to a magazine. I subscribed to the Country Living magazine. I have not seen one of these in years. Years. I haven't looked at it yet. It just came in the mail today. Ooh, look at that. Talk about some good food. Oh, Joanna likes the smell of freshly cut grass. I do too. Julie says sage. You think it would taste like better than bouillon? Oh, maybe so. See, when it comes to bouillon or when it comes to bone broth or broth, I do not like the beef of either. I like the chicken or the vegetable. Does anyone like the smell of gasoline? I do. But I do not like the smell of diesel. They're very distinct smells. Moss smells everything as well. If it smells gross, you can't stop yourself from keep smelling it. Me too. Like this thing. It's horrid, but every time I've opened it, I've stuck my nose back on it. Jet fuel in the morning. I love the smell of rain, especially on the hot concrete or the hot cement. Marmite and Vegemite are both spreads made from brewer's yeast that are often used in place of butter on toast or as a sandwich filling. See, I might actually like it. Kiwi also taught me that every time she makes a sandwich, she puts butter on it. And I remember my grandma did that, and I never understood that, but Kiwi said that it's just very normal in New Zealand, that you put butter on before you make whatever kind of sandwich you're making. I love the smell of rain. I love the smell of the Pink Baby Magic Baby Lotion. I don't know if they still make it. It was from years ago. And of course, I love the smell of coffee. And I love the smell of tobacco and leather together. And I know it comes like, if you walk into like a tobacco store, like years ago, when I was a very, very young child, my dad once in a while would smoke a pipe. Not very often, but he'd put his little tobacco in his pipe and smoke it. So every great once in a while, we would go in a tobacco store. I love that smell. And now when I associate that, when I think of that smell, I think of it also with leather. And I don't know if it's because we've had candles that smell like that. We've had Scentsy that was some kind of like tobacco and leather. We've had like sprays like that. That combination just smells really good to me. You couldn't eat a sandwich without butter. See, that's weird to me. Not weird as in saying you're weird, but we just don't do that here. Freshly mowed grass and fresh baking. Oh yeah, like chocolate chip cookies or brownies. Sandwiches are made, even when you put peanut butter on bread, you have to have butter. See, when I was little one time, I asked my grandma for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And my grandma is the one that had me eating tuna with grapes in it and peanut butter, bacon, tomato on toast. Like she traveled a lot. And she also had a cook for years and years. She was married to a doctor. So she ate some very different things. So one time when I was little, I asked her for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and she made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She had to ask me 2 or 3 times what I was talking about. And I was like, well, it has peanut butter on it and jelly on it. She didn't even know what I was talking about, apparently. So she made me one, and I could not eat it because it had butter on it. It was the weirdest thing ever to me. And she was frustrated. You guys have no idea how misunderstood I was as a child, and I did not have the words. I was like Jackson, I could talk a mile a minute, but I didn't have the words always to explain myself. But I have always had very many sensory things, food things. I could not eat it, and she was so frustrated and mad at me. She was not super nice about it either, but she was mad that she had made me this sandwich and I wouldn't eat it. Yes, the smell of a book. Yes. The smell of Barnes and Noble. The smell of Subway. You know, if you go even, you know, almost every GameStop we have here is next door to Subway. Well, Jackson always wants to go in GameStop for stuff, and every time we walk in, all I smell is Subway bread. What am I missing here? The smell of a book. Kewpie mayo when you make a salad sandwich. I do like Kewpie mayo. Moss got me to try that one. Peppers, onions, and garlic cooking on the stove. Oh yeah. Kewpie mayo is so good. It's so much better than our mayonnaise. Definitely better than Miracle Whip. Fresh bread, fresh books. Smell of cigarettes reminds you of your dad and grandpa. Smells and memories. Okay, I hate the smell of cigarettes, but yeah, memories definitely bring back those good memories. I mean, smells bring back those memories, don't they? Joanna loves the smell of sheep sheds. Oh, you were brought up on a farm. Nice. There is just something satisfying about the smell of like a livestock shed. We didn't have a lot of animals when I was growing up, but we had 2 milk goats. We had, during FFA or 4-H season, we had our pigs that we raised. We had rabbits, we had chickens. There is just something about the smell of a barn. Our neighbors had horses, and I loved going in their barn. A used bookstore. We used to have a used bookstore here. I think there might still be one, but I don't go in it very much. Anybody need a drink? You hate the smell of coffee? Danielle, what's wrong with you? Just kidding. Are you a tea girl, a tea drinker? Ava's messaging me. She's probably like, when is this woman gonna call me? I told her, I said, I'm gonna go live from 5 to 7 and I'll call you after that. Me and Jackson will call you and show you our squishies. What else do I like the smell of? I like the smell of peanut butter. I'm a foodie. I like the smell of, okay, let's go for smells that we do not like something you really, really don't like the smell of. For me, it's the exhaust on the older vehicles, that oil-rich exhaust. When you see these old trucks puttering around town or old cars, motorcycle exhaust, I hate that smell. I know, us coffee girls just don't understand that. What else do I really not like the smell of? Cigarette smoke, I guess. Yeah, smoking. Julie, I remember you said you hate the smell of bananas. What about banana flavored stuff? Because it smells different. Oh, Heather hates the smell of fish. Yeah, I don't like that fishy smell either, like the lake smell. I do like some seafood, but I won't eat anything that tastes super fishy either. Too much aftershave when you're walking in town, some men bathe in it. Oh yeah, there are some colognes and perfumes that I cannot stand. Oh, I bought a shirt at the secondhand store today. And I think you guys will remember the last time I bought a shirt at the secondhand store and I showed it to you. And I told you it smelled horribly of this one certain perfume even after I'd washed it 2 times. Well, the shirt I bought today had the same perfume smell on it. If you are wearing so much perfume that you can launder your clothes and they still smell like that perfume, you are wearing way too much perfume. And if your perfume smells like that, you're wearing the wrong perfume anyway. But I'm like, I must buy donated clothes from the same person. She must have my same body style because it's all the same nasty smell. The smell of garbage trucks. Oh yeah. You can handle banana flavor, but not actual bananas. I can understand that because they have very different. Like me, I can handle the taste of fake mango, but not real mango. Yes, trash trucks or any kind of dumpsters. The bathrooms here at the parks, most of them are closed. Most of the parks don't open their bathrooms, but a couple of the parks, the bathrooms are open. And I'm telling you, you can smell them from blocks down. They smell awful. Danielle doesn't like the smell of Kentucky Fried Chicken or petrol, which is gasoline. Wow. You don't like the smell of Kentucky Fried Chicken or coffee? Perfumes are so toxic, you use only natural oils. Sorry, I just stepped on the tripod. Yeah, I don't wear, none of us really wear perfume. I'm so sensitive to that stuff. Of course, I do wear my peppermint lotion every single day or my peppermint body spray. A dog that has come in from the heat. Oh my gosh, yes. Every time Thor comes in, we only let him out just long enough to do his business and back in. And my gosh, you can smell him all over the house. Yes, Moss, I respect the workers so much. Jackson and I just had this conversation earlier about no matter what job you do, you should do it to the best of your ability, even if you scrub floors or clean toilets, and how we should respect those people because the world needs all of them. They're just as important as the president, you know? Everybody's job is very important to play a role in everybody having the world that we live in. Lynx body spray. Ooh. There is a an essential oil that I can't stand the smell of too. I think it's patchouli or something like that. I cannot do it. And I can smell it on people from a long distance away, and I can smell it for a long time when somebody walks by with it on. Okay. Let's see. We've been talking a lot about vacations. Where's your favorite vacation or place you visited? We have about 6 minutes and I need to get off here. So this is your warning. I turned my first alarm off so it wouldn't go off, because every time it goes off when we're live, then on the replay, the sound is messed up from that point on. That fragrance is either you love it or you hate it. I agree. It's very, very distinct and it's very, very strong. I ordered an essential oil peppermint roll-on for me and Jackson to take to Florida. I don't know if I can fly with essential oils. Does anybody know? Scottish Highlands, Cape Cod, Coral Bay, Northwestern Australia. Wow, you guys have been some good places. The Grand Canyon and Vegas. Wow, I want to take Jackson to the Grand Canyon and visit my aunt while we're there. I think she lives an hour or two away. Anywhere you can scuba dive. Moss, I never knew you were a scuba diver. You always say you're shy and not adventurous, but you went under the water. Let's see, my favorite vacation. I haven't been a lot. I love Boston. We've been there twice. I very much enjoyed Boston. Loved going to Sturbridge Village. It was so much fun. And the beach or the mountains. You just can't get past the beachy air. The smell of the salty water and everyone's sunscreen together. How come sunscreen doesn't smell good like it used to? You know, everybody used to put sunscreen on at the pool and all you smelled was banana boat. Banana and coconut. Smelled tropical. How come they don't make sunblock like that anymore? That's true. You can see all these places in pictures, but you can't really understand, especially the Grand Canyon, I'm sure. We kind of sightsee in different ways than some families. Like for Jackson, just going there in the outer rim and just seeing it would be enough. He would be ready to go. I don't think we would do a lot of hiking or a whole lot of sightseeing, but I would like him to see it. I would like him to be there and experience it. Victoria, Australia, mountains. You love your coconut smelling sunblock. Me too. Yes, sunblock needs to smell like pineapple. You don't have to talk when you scuba dive. You can be shy. That is so true, Moss. That is very, very true. I think I would have a panic attack. I really do. It looks so much fun, though. I would love to go scuba diving. I would love to go, not parasailing. What is the word? Is it parasailing where the boat pulls you when you come up and you glide? That's not parasailing. Paragliding. Paragliding? I would love to do that, but I know I would never do it. I would be too terrified to do it, but it just looks so fun to me. Same as parachuting. It looks so fun, but I would absolutely never do it. I'm too terrified of heights. Scuba diving is the same. It's something that in theory I would love to do, but I would never actually do it. You could talk to the fish, I guess. Okay, where's the vacation everyone would like to go on, but they haven't been yet? Joanna, you're happy to snorkel, but no way will you scuba dive. I think I would like to try snorkeling, but I really do think I would inhale water. But my only experience is as a kid with one of those little plastic snorkels and the big goggles, and I was not good at that. I can't swim on the surface. I go down. Sue would like to go to Australia. I would too. If Cook Islands in New Zealand, yes. Alaska, I want to go to Alaska. Jennifer that was on here is from Alaska. I actually have several subscribers here from Alaska. I'm not a travel person. I could never actually get on a plane and fly that far. There's no way, no way. I would have the biggest panic attack. I don't think I would make it. They would have to land the plane and kick me off. I just couldn't do it. But if I could be there instantly, if I had a time machine, I would love to go to New Zealand, to Japan, to Australia, to Alaska, to Canada. I would love to sightsee and see these places. If I could go there instantly, immerse myself in this culture and see everything I wanted to experience, and then instantly be back home. A girl can dream, right? That's why I like learning about it in books and on video, because it's got almost like you're there. It's not the same, but it's as close as I'll ever get. Europe and New Zealand. Why is it adding words to the end of your sentences? I don't know, Julie. Sometimes it does that to me when I comment on people's videos and stuff. You want to see Steve Irwin's zoo in Australia? Yes, we have a subscriber on here who's from Australia. I can't remember his screen name, but he goes by Lee. And every now and then he emails me pictures of there. And I just asked him the other day if he lives close to the zoo where Steve Irwin was. He hasn't answered me yet, or I haven't checked. I don't check that email super often. We're missing Becca tonight. Do you think she's having her baby? I asked her yesterday. There's our alarm. I know that the chat probably went off for a minute. You would love to see Aurora. Oh, yes. Sweden, Finland, Alaska, Norway. Oh, I would like to go to Norway too. Oh, Danielle's been to Steve Irwin's zoo. Yes, you just got back from your huge long trip. Yes, I would love to go all of those places. Yes, I use YouTube to travel too. I use YouTube to feed my curiosity about other places. So thank you everyone for being here. Julie just wants to go to Disneyland. Gosh, you've been to the Grand Canyon and you haven't been to Disneyland yet. A time machine, yes, Sue, me too. That would be the only way I could travel. Or through virtual. You know, maybe a virtual headset and act like I'm there. I know. I don't know if she is giving birth now or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's just not feeling great and just not online much these days. I think her baby was actually due like a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you've been to Disney World, but not Disneyland. I think I've been to Disneyland, but not Disney World. And I went to Disneyland with my ex-husband and Keisha when she was a little bitty baby, and we couldn't do anything. We couldn't ride anything. We couldn't really do anything. We didn't stay very long. We left. We had free tickets because my ex was in the military. And so we kind of went just to go. I don't know. I would have liked to take my older kids back somewhere like that, but we just didn't have the finances or the ability to do that. And now that I'm older and I have Jackson, I wouldn't want to go and he wouldn't want to go. Cornwall in UK is amazing, and you loved Portugal. Nice. Okay, guys, we do have to wrap it up. Julie lives in Georgia, so tough to go all the way to California when Disney World is so close. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Georgia. We went to Georgia 2 years ago, to Atlanta. Went to the big aquarium. Cornwall. Danielle's a well-traveled woman. Okay, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for hanging out. We will try to do it again next Thursday at the same time. I'm going to try to go live every Thursday when Jackie's at work, because it's actually quiet in here when Jackson's in there on his games. So we'll see you next Thursday, okay? Everybody have a great night, and thank you for being here. Oh, Keisha's on here. Hello, Keisha. Hi, and bye. Call me later. Love you. Oh, it's the boys. Hi, boys. Tate and Declan, KJ, Carter. Hi, guys. Nana loves you very, very much.